Hit the road, Jack. Hit the road, Jack. Oh man, you treat me so mean. You're the meanest guy that I've ever seen. If you say that this is all, I'm gonna pack my things and go. Hit the road, Jack. Hit the road, Jack.
I thought a hostel would be like a big hall full of people, usually old, that are on the streets and subways, the ones that ask for money. And I thought that it was just a hall full of them in sleeping bags.
Well, if someone says hostel, you think of like a scabby place, you know. But this is a hostel, it doesn't look very scabby. I used to think like dirty, disgusting, black showers and black dirt everywhere. Yuck places.
Just trampish really, you know. But most people think they're just people that, well, they can't afford clothes, they can't afford food, and they sleep on the streets.
What would you say a homeless person would look like in your opinion?
They would certainly look tired, run down, fatigued, desperate, lonely, agitated.
Well, they usually look like tramps.
A homeless person is someone who looks like he needs a good wash, a good shave, and new set of clothes, kind of things like that.
How do you think a homeless hostel works?
With youth hostels, at least, it's a roof over their head and at least a warm bed.
But I imagine it would be a place of refuge for people, especially during the winter months and things like that, when they actually have nowhere to go.
And do you think homelessness is different for young people compared to older people?
For young people, if it's just fresh on the streets or whatnot, they wouldn't know how to first survive or whatnot. Those with the old, they've had to learn from day one how to survive on the streets.
Essentially, no. I think it's just as bad, no matter how old you are.
With young people, they're obviously in such a desperate state that they haven't got anyone else, be it parents, guardians, someone of an older generation to support them.
And what would you say if we said we were all homeless?
You're pulling my leg.
If you guys were all homeless, I would be absolutely gutted for you.
We're all homeless. We all live in a youth hostel.
You're pulling my leg.
No, we're not. We're not.
Well, pardon my French, but look at me.
We do all live in a homeless hostel.
Do you?
Yeah.
How are you? Are you guys all okay? Are you?
Yep.
Did I insult any of you? I'm really sorry if I did.
I hope you find somewhere to live soon.
I was living with my mum in a red orange place and everything. We started off arguing, and in the past like year, 2 years, we just have like fights every month. And I just had enough of it one day, just walked out. Didn't have no money from the job seekers because I was under 18. And they didn't believe me that I was living in a B&B, so I had to get proof and stuff, and that took another like 3 weeks. and then Porkchard got in touch with me. I reckon I've got a lot more mature, seen things more reasonably, looked at things in different ways, met much more people.
Where do you think you'd been if you hadn't moved in to Porchlight?
I wouldn't have changed, I would still be the same.
What's the same?
A little shit.
Who do you consider to be your family?
Yeah, who do you consider your family then?
Everyone.
It's still your mum and dad and that.
Yeah, but still, you've got your own little family in Portsmouth, it's like your little Portsmouth family.
Yeah, like your friends and that.
PF, Portsmouth friends.
Portsmouth Mando.
Big up Portsmouth Mando.
You can also do.
Right, what about this
What's
question?
that
Does
yeah,
your
you've got
family have anything to do with your home?
Well, it does and it doesn't, because obviously we don't live with our family, do we? Because obviously our family don't love us, so obviously they've kicked us out and that. So no, it don't. Just mean
Home is just somewhere where you can live.
yeah, and somewhere you can start a family.
It can happen to anyone, really.
Yeah, you can start a family there. You
Yeah,
know?
anyone can be
But
homeless.
before I was in Portsmouth, before I was homeless, I'd think of a homeless person as all like
Have smackhead or something.
Yeah,
like someone's
like-
on the street injecting.
No.
But it's not even like that.
Is this it?
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got the drums, you've got the organ, that sound. We've got little chocolate rag sound.
This is like pretty like standard boom. I was homeless a couple of years ago though. I slept in a scout's hut and it was so cold that I woke up and my legs were purple and had to go to hospital. It's the worst winter of my life that was. I had to do drugs just to get to sleep. I'd just wake up freezing cold, wrapped up in blankets and that, it's horrible.
So how come you were homeless at that point?
Because mum kicked me out, because of drugs and things like that. And offending. So, yeah. None of my family wanted to know me, but then now I've like sorted myself out. I'm alright.
So how do you think it's helped you to live here?
It's taught me how to, like, all the skills I need to know, how to cook. Well, I know how to clean, but how to do everything like washing machine, ironing, all crap like that. But as soon as I get a job, I'm going to get driving. Like, prove to everyone that I can do well.
Still going, it's still in play.
Where do you think you'd be today if you hadn't moved in here?
Don't know, probably on drugs, doing stuff I shouldn't be doing. Maybe back in prison.
What's the main reason that young people get homeless?
It can be a range of reasons. It could be, yeah, because we've all got different stories being in Porchlight. So it could be family reasons, just don't get on with your family. It could be family deaths, it could be divorce, could be remarriage, could be just running away from home when you're younger. It could be lies within the family, it could be anything.
What's it like living here?
But yeah, no, it's alright. The staff help you and get to do activities like cooking, and we just had a barbecue.
So what do you think we should cook for the next cooking session?
We
let's say chickens or something.
What's one thing you like living about here?
I've got my own freedom and my own space. I should say if they've accepted my thing.
Yeah, I passed everything.
Yay!
Double grade pass.
Nice.
Thank God for that.
All that hard work paid off.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, I live with my mum, and I didn't get on with my stepdad, and things didn't work out maybe the way they should have done, and I ended up moving in with my grandparents, who I really didn't get on with, and it was like a mutual agreement for me to move out, and I was living with like friends, but then I managed to get in touch with Porchlight and I moved in there. So they've helped me a lot with like who I am, because I went in as quite a quiet person and now I'm like not quiet. I talk to people a lot more. I'm quite like I try and get everyone involved with things, whereas before I'd be the one that everyone was trying to get involved. So, and they've just helped me like be more independent. I've learnt how to not be afraid of what people think of me. I've learnt that like nothing's what it seems until you experience it yourself.
Where do you think you would have been if you hadn't moved in with Porchlight?
Considering the situation I was in before I moved, I probably would have been sleeping on the streets.
I might as well put my initials on. Can we stick it on our door afterwards?
Yeah.
Cool.
What's your ideal home?
Obviously, it ain't a home. Is it? But I wouldn't just call it like. I wouldn't just call it somewhere I just sleep. I would call it my home, but it's not. It's not homely like my mum's home would be or something like that. But it is like a home. But what's it? I can't really use the word for it.
Got yourself stuck there.
You know what I mean? Though it's not a home, but it is a home.
Yeah, I don't think it's just having a roof over your head. I think there's loads of things that add up to make that roof. It's not just like a building.
I was gonna make a poem earlier. We started off with a place is a home for personal art. A place where you can leave your heart. What is it? Oh, it was sick earlier. I had about six, seven lines.
In 2 years, I hope to have my own flat, but I won't, probably.
We all
I'll
wish that.
probably be in a shared house. And in 2 years, I will have just finished my college course.
Get a job. That's my aim, is to get a job. I don't care if I work in a factory, I don't care whatever I do, I just want a job. I've worked for minimum wage all day, every day.
Lots of money in a nice car. Hopefully. In the army. Quite high up, quite a high rank.
I made it to the middle. I made it!
Perfectly in the centre. When we was filming, it made me realise that people don't actually understand what homelessness really is. And they all seem to have the same perception of homelessness. They all seem to think that homelessness was all to do with people living on the streets, but actually that's only half of what homelessness really is.
And if we turn back time, could we learn to live life? And if we turn back time, could we learn to live life? And if we turn back time, if we turn back time? So I'll shiver just for you, and I'll leave him just for you. So I'll shiver just for you, just for you.
Stop filming me.
What are you thinking of?
I do think you've been cut. Right, there's 3 of you.
Really
Good. Good. Take your phone down.
They're like £3 each way, or something.
What am I saying? Looks down was Crystal shorter than Emma, and then looks a bit up further up than me.
We can use that at the end of the film.